If you're over 60, what if I told you there's one single exercise that could do more for your heart, your balance, and your independence than walking ever could? It sounds impossible, right? But as a surgeon who has spent decades treating seniors, I can tell you, this exercise has changed more lives than any pill, diet, or treadmill. Welcome back to a new video on Senior Secrets TV, where we uncover doctor-approved, science-backed habits to help you live stronger, longer, and pain-free after 60. Before we begin, make sure to hit subscribe, because what you'll learn today could literally change the way your body ages from this day forward. Now, everyone knows walking is good for you. It boosts circulation, strengthens your heart, and keeps your joints moving. But here's the truth no one tells you. After 60, walking alone may not be enough. In fact, relying only on walking can actually leave you weaker in key areas, especially your legs, hips, and core. These are the very muscles you depend on to stay upright, to get out of a chair, or to climb a single flight of stairs. So what's the one exercise that beats walking for seniors? It's called the sit-to-stand exercise. You might think it's too simple, but stay with me, because behind this humble move lies decades of research proving it's one of the most powerful longevity exercises ever studied. Imagine this. You're sitting on a chair, feet shoulder-width apart, hands crossed over your chest. Now, without using your hands, you slowly stand up, then sit back down and control. Repeat this for 10 reps. That's it. No gym, no weights, no equipment. But what's happening inside your body is extraordinary. Here's why it's surgeon approved. Every time you perform a sit-to-stand, you activate your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and core muscles, the same chain that supports your spine, hips, and knees. These are your anti-fall muscles. In hospitals, we actually use the sit-to-stand test to measure a patient's functional independence, because how easily you can rise from a chair predicts how long you'll live and how well you'll move in your later years. A study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine followed older adults and found that people who could repeatedly perform sit-to-stands without support had a 4x lower risk of death over the next several years. That's not just exercise, that's survival. Walking is great for endurance, but sit-to-stand builds power, stability, and control. The very things that walking cannot strengthen enough on its own. Think of walking like a maintenance mode, while sit-to-stand is your upgrade system. It reactivates the muscle fibers that aging tends to silence. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, "Doctor, I can barely stand without my hands." That's perfectly fine. You start where you are. Place your hands on the edge of the chair for support. Move slowly. Even if you only do 3 or 4 at first, you're retraining your muscles and balance systems every time. With consistency, your strength will come back, often faster than you expect. Let's talk about why this exercise is better than walking. When you walk, your legs move in a limited range, mostly forward and backward. But sit-to-stand works your entire kinetic chain through full joint movement. It strengthens your thighs for stair climbing, your glutes for posture, and your core for spinal support. It also increases bone density through compression, something walking does far less effectively. In the operating room, I've seen too many patients who had excellent walking stamina but still fell or fractured a hip because their legs lacked strength and reaction control. They could walk long distances, but couldn't stabilize their body when tripping or turning quickly. Sit-to-stand fixes that exact weakness. Another reason it's surgeon-approved? It boosts blood flow and oxygen delivery to your lower body, critical for joint health, brain circulation, and metabolic balance. When you rise from sitting, your heart rate gently increases, stimulating your cardiovascular system without the strain of intense cardio. Let's break down what happens physiologically. As you stand, your leg muscles contract, squeezing veins and pushing blood back toward your heart. a natural pump action that improves circulation. Simultaneously, your diaphragm engages to stabilize your torso, enhancing lung capacity and oxygen efficiency. It's a total body tune-up in a single move. Now, many of my older patients tell me, "Doctor, I don't like going to the gym. I don't have fancy machines at home." I always smile and say, "Good, you don't need them." This one exercise, done on your couch, bed, or dining chair, is all it takes to rebuild the strength that keeps you independent. Let me share a real example. Elaine, a 74-year-old woman who came to me after knee surgery, could barely walk across her kitchen without pain. She was afraid to exercise and thought walking was the only safe activity. But I taught her the sit-to-stand routine, just 5 repetitions, twice a day. Within 6 weeks, Elaine was not only walking comfortably, but also squatting down to play with her grandkids. Her balance improved, her fear disappeared. That's the hidden power of this exercise. It restores confidence, not just muscle. Another benefit, it improves metabolism. You see, your leg and glute muscles are the largest in your body. When you activate them, they burn more glucose, improve insulin sensitivity, and help manage body weight. That's why patients who do this exercise regularly often notice reduced belly fat and steadier energy levels throughout the day. And here's something even more exciting. Doing sit-to-stands before bed can help you sleep better. The mild exertion triggers your body's natural melatonin rhythm, making you fall asleep faster and deeper. Let's go step by step on how to do it safely. Choose a sturdy chair with no wheels. Sit tall, feet flat, slightly wider than your hips. Cross your arms or place your hands lightly on your thighs. Inhale deeply, then exhale as you push through your heels to stand up. Pause for 1 second at the top, keeping your posture tall. Slowly lower yourself back down, inhaling through your nose. Start with 5 reps, then gradually increase to 10, 15, or even 20 as you gain strength. If you need an advanced version, try holding light hand weights or pausing halfway down to engage your thighs longer. If you need a beginner modification, start with a slightly higher surface, like your bed edge, or use your hands for light support. What matters most is consistency. Just 5 minutes a day can transform how you move, how you feel, and how you age. Now, let's address an important misconception. Some people think walking is low impact, but it can still strain arthritic knees and hips over time. The sit-to-stand, on the other hand, strengthens the stabilizing muscles that protect those joints. It's the perfect balance of low impact and high benefit. This exercise also trains what's called neuromuscular coordination, your brain's ability to communicate quickly with your muscles. That's why many older adults who practice this daily notice fewer stumbles, better posture, and even sharper reflexes. It's not just about your body, it's about keeping your brain younger too. When I visit long-term care homes, I can almost predict which residents are most independent just by watching how they rise from a chair. Those who can do it smoothly tend to walk without walkers, dress without help, and maintain a higher quality of life. It's that powerful of an indicator. So if you've ever felt weak, wobbly, or hesitant to move, start here. Don't wait until you lose strength. Build it now. You don't need fancy gyms, complicated programs, or expensive trainers. You just need 5 minutes, 1 chair, and a commitment to yourself. Your health is your greatest investment, and the sit-to-stand is your daily deposit towards strength, balance, and independence. Remember, Mjinging is not about losing your ability. It's about keeping your body ready for what life still has to offer. Thank you for watching another doctor-backed episode of Senior Secrets TV. If this video helped you, please subscribe and share it with someone over 60 who could use more energy, strength, and balance. You could literally be changing their future. And tonight, before you settle into your chair, stand up, then sit back down. Do it again. Because every repetition you do is 1 step closer to staying independent, strong, and vibrant for years to come. This is Dr. Harris reminding you The best exercise isn't the hardest one. It's the one you'll actually do every single day. And this one, it's surgeon approved.